switch on, organise! Fast and quick! Get in and then rest! Chris, be aware! Chris, be aware!
Kickoff is just in a few moments' time. I can take you through that starting 11, but I'm conscious that potentially people might not be able to hear us at the moment. So,
You are live, as in audio.
yeah, it could potentially just be your device alpha wave. Make sure it's not muted. But if anybody else can confirm that in the live chat, that would be fantastic. But it does sound like we are live, so we'll crack on as if we are. So the starting 11 for Hampton and Richmond going into this game: Ted Curd, Billy French, Jerry Wiltshire, Dom Revan, Chris Campbell, Ode Martin Sorondo, Alfie Williams, Josh Keir, James Roberts, Jaden Brissett and Alex Wall. And that is how the Beavers line up. Rich Adams says, can hear you now. Fantastic. Great. We're back on track. So please do like this video. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. And kickoff is just a few moments away. Oh, we are already underway. So we'll get the watch started. And we'd like to assume that it is still Chertsey Town 0, Hampton and Richmond 0. So apologies for any technical issues there at the very beginning. We're back. We're ready to go for another pre-season friendly in the build-up to the 2024-25 National League South campaign. My name is Louis, here to bring you commentary from all the action over at Owens Lane. I hope you're all doing very well on this Saturday afternoon, and we will do our very best to bring you all of the action as the VO just pauses there for a moment. Apologies there. Just whilst we wait for the picture to come back, let's have a quick look at the record between these two sides. Going back, at least recorded, all the way back to 1959. 32 encounters between these sides, 13 wins each and 6 draws. The first encounter took place back in 1959 when Alf Curl's Beavers were beaten 6-1 away from home in the Surrey Senior League. It took 4 more games and a Surrey Senior League Cup replay for Hampton and Richmond to get their first win over the Curfews in the semi-final, winning 1-0 at the Bev under Peter Tagg in 1961. In the 1967-68 Spartan League season, the Beavers took revenge for a 7-0 drubbing 4 years prior, winning both games that season by an aggregate of 14-0 under Roy Philpott. So an absolute demolition in the 67-68 Spartan League season. Hampton and Richmond, however, have only won 3 of the last 12 encounters. And Chertsey Town, very much a club on the up, playing in the Isthmian South Central at Step 4 last season. The club won the division and were promoted to Step 3 after winning the title with 100 points and 103 goals scored, losing just 1 game all season. Quite spectacular in that regard. Some excellent attendances for that level as well over the course of last season. And in pre-season, looking strong. They did suffer a 2-0 defeat at home to Chesham, also in our league, and fellow National League South side Slough Town were beaten 3-1 at Owens Lane last Saturday. So very much a tough task and a tough test for Alan Julian's men, which is exactly what you want in pre-season anyway. I do apologise. We'll get you back over to Owens Lane as soon as possible. And it looks like we may just have missed a goal. We'll look to bring you whoever the goal scorer was as soon as possible. But we have got picture back. The picture looks good. And hopefully that will be the last significant cutout of that sort. But we'll do our very best. But it looks like Hampton and Richmond have taken a 1-0 lead over at Owens Lane. We will try and get confirmation of that. Gutting that we've missed out on seeing it. But we had a bit of a history lesson all the same, so who can really complain? But there we have it. As I said, we'll keep an eye on the club's Twitter feed, and we'll keep an eye on our WhatsApp chats and just see who got that goal. But it does look like it is Chertsey Town 0, Hampton and Richmond 1 early on here, about 5 or 6 minutes into this pre-season fixture. But thank you very much, everybody who has joined for these opening stages, unable to watch those first few minutes. Please do like this video if you haven't done so already, and make sure to subscribe to the Hampton and Richmond YouTube channel. Chertsey kicking from left to right, playing in that combination of blue and white. Hampton and Richmond in all red once again, and it is Chertsey on the attack, but given away and won back impressively on the edge of the box. He'll look to get the shot off here, and Ted Curd, easy save. Do let us know how you're getting on in the live chat if you've not been able to make it to the game this afternoon, or if you are just relaxing in the garden with some finally summery-ish feeling weather. Let us know what you're getting up to. Where are you watching from? Get involved in the live chat as Hampton and Richmond build out from the back. Just to go over the starting 11 once again: Ted Curd, Billy French, Jerry Wiltshire, Dom Revan, Chris Campbell, O'Day Sirondo, Alfie Williams, Josh Keir, James Roberts, Jaden Brissett and Alex Wall. And we will of course bring you any and all substitutions as and when they happen. What's been your opinion on Hampton and Richmond's pre-season so far? And of course, your reaction to the news: Oxford City pulling out of that friendly on Tuesday, due to be held at Beverley Stadium, 7:45 p.m. kickoff. Thankfully, National League side Barnet have very kindly agreed to play the fixture in place of the hoops, so it will be Hampton and Richmond versus Barnet at Beverley Stadium. Alpha Wave says, Instagram says it was James Roberts who scored. Well, there we go. James Roberts with another goal in pre-season, getting the scores underway at Alwyn's Lane. Yeah, and I've just seen that as well. Offside given against the Chertsey Town attacker there. Some appeals for a free kick right on the edge of the area. And actually, no, it looks like that is what has been given by the referee. I thought I saw an indication of offside, but not the case. And actually, a Chertsey Town player requiring some medical attention. So we hope everything is all right there. So we'll just take a quick pause from the match feed, and once again, after that slightly slow start, we're underway, and Hampton and Richmond have the lead early on over at Chertsey. And again, a step 3 side, but a very big test. A team who know how to win, who know how to put up a fight, especially against tougher opposition in higher leagues, beating Slough Town, as I said, last Saturday by 3-1 at Alwyn's Lane. They know how to make a nuisance of themselves. So it's actually a corner, so I was wrong on all 3 counts, but there we go. So back underway here, Chertsey Town with a set-piece routine. Out of the back post, marshalled away, and Chertsey will have a throw-in midway inside the Hampton and Richmond half. Remember, if you are watching this video, do go ahead and press the like button. It's the easiest thing in the world to do, and it helps us out dramatically. And if you'd like more ways to stay in touch with Hampton and Richmond, go to the description of this video and you'll find links to all of our social media and beyond. Header from Chertsey Town again, straight at Ted Curd, and an easy catch for the Chelsea Lone E. Speaking of Lone E, Jack Taylor, breaking news this morning, or this lunchtime. 19-year-old central defender signing on loan from Sutton United. I believe he has travelled with the squad today, and we may well see him at some point. Here is Alex Wall, though. He's going to go for a long-range strike, and it didn't look like he caught it fantastically, but it had the goalkeeper worried, and forced to palm it away for a corner for Hampton and Richmond. And again, just a slight pause in the VO stream there, so we do apologise, and as I say in all of these watch-alongs, we'll do our very best to get you as close to the action as possible throughout the afternoon. But as I said, with about 10 or so minutes gone, it's James Roberts who's given us a 1-0 lead, and the last time we saw Hampton and Richmond with a corner and a chance to increase that lead. Chertsey Town looking dangerous at times as well. A couple of efforts that have forced Ted Curd to make saves. Easy saves, you'd probably say, but just something for Alan Julian and the defenders to think about in that sense. Now we can talk about the build-up to the start of the season and the reopening, essentially, of Beverley Stadium. Very, very exciting times. We do, of course, host Barnet this Tuesday. Tickets are available on our ticketing website. If you go to our website, www.hamrichfc.com, and then use the sub-menus to find tickets, and that will take you to our ticketing website where you can purchase tickets for Hampton and Richmond versus Barnet adults for just £5. And we are back with the action at Alwyn's Lane. Great flick on there by Alex Wall. James Roberts closest to it, not able to... Oh, sorry, that was Alfie Williams closest to it, not able to steal it off the defender. And it's a decent looking crowd at Chertsey Town this afternoon. And I think the picture's slightly deceiving. There are a few clouds in the sky, but generally it's a very nice day. And then, of course, this time next Saturday, we host Bishop Stortford at Beverley Stadium as well. £5 for adults. Make sure you go to our website, www.hamrichfc.com, to secure your tickets for both of those home friendlies, and of course Hornchurch on the 10th of August, opening day of the Vanarama National League South season for the 2024-25 campaign. Very exciting indeed. Here comes Jayden Brissett looking to get to the byline. He's taken down and has the ball pinched away from him, so that's a throw-in. And you may see the footage looks like it is slightly sped up at times. That's just where it's attempting to catch up again. Signal not always fantastic, and we are reliant on the signal being fed back here live. But that attack just breaks down. Richard Adams says, great that Barnet are stepping in on Tuesday. Showing my age, but I remember seeing Jimmy Greaves playing for Barnet against Hampton in 1978. Well, let's have a look at that. Here we go. Oh, it's just over the bar. Alex Wall in a great position. No offside. And just seemed to catch the Chertsey defenders asleep there, really. It was very easy for him to get into that position. And his attempted chip was slightly too much on it and over the bar, and a great chance for the Beavers to extend their lead. Well, competitively, from what is recorded, we faced Barnet on 8 occasions, and we're actually yet to win any. So the stakes suddenly seem much higher. Chertsey Town with another opportunity to test the goalkeeper, but not able to get the header on target. And Hampton and Richmond do very well to earn themselves a free kick just to alleviate pressure there. But as I said, 8 games against Barnet, at least since 1959, 2 draws and 6 defeats, scoring 10 goals in Hampton and Richmond's favour, 21 against. So actually, a great chance for Alan Julian to cement himself, essentially, and get... Well, again, these are only competitive fixtures, and of course Tuesday is technically a friendly, but now that we have this information, there's nothing friendly about it at all. Some notable results from that include a FA Cup 4th qualifying round, where 1,000 people watched Ted Murphy's Beavers lose convincingly. Well, rather unconvincingly. It was only 2-1 in Barnet's favour. And back with the game now anyway. Alpha Wave said he would have only been 3 years old back in 1978. Well, I'll tell you, I wouldn't have been born for another 21 years. Chertsey, another chance to get a shot away. It's blocked by the defence. And now the hosts very much parked on the halfway line, boxing in the Beavers. And now Ted Curd with a chance to slow things down and get his players up the pitch. And again, we do apologise, just pausing out there. But if you are watching this video, please do go ahead and give it a like. The more likes we get, the stronger the video connection is. Apparently. We'll find out. So make sure you do press that like button and subscribe, of course, as well. Apparently it was actually November 1977. Well, yes, I can see that one. That was exactly the game I was referring to. Well, there we go. What a coincidence. Yeah, the 5th of November 1977, FA Cup 4th qualifying round at Beverley. 1,000 people in attendance. Ted Murphy in charge of the TW12 side. Cooling getting on the score sheet, but ultimately succumbing to a 2-1 defeat there. Back in action in Hampton and Richmond with a dangerous looking free kick. Outswinger to the back post, headed back into a dangerous area. The keeper goes up for it and claims. An attempted bit of flair and trickery from James Roberts doesn't quite come off on this occasion, but it is the number 9 on the score sheet and the difference maker between Chertsey and Hampton and Richmond so far in this game, with about 20 minutes gone in the first half. Chertsey Town 0, Hampton and Richmond 1. And that's another free kick for Hampton and Richmond, and more opportunities to put some pressure on the goalkeeper. may well be taken short, and it is. James Roberts back to Chris Campbell. Campbell whips one in. It's a great delivery, goes all the way through, and that is going to be a goal kick, but a brilliant whipped cross, just taking the ball so far away from the goalkeeper he'd never be able to come out and claim it. Chertsey get the decision against them on the halfway line. Throw in to the Beavers. Again, make sure you do press the like button on this video. It really does help us out. Gets the video seen by more people. And the more people who watch and tune in, and the more people enjoy, the more likely we are to be able to do things like this again in future. Free kick on the halfway line for the hosts. About midway through this first half period, both teams with half chances, apart from the goal, probably Alex Wall's cross. He was clear through on goal, split the Chertsey defence straight in half, but unable to get the necessary control on the chip to keep it underneath the crossbar. Great opportunity to make it 2-0 there. At the other end, Chertsey Town with a couple of headers and a shot, which were both straight at Ted Curd. So work for the Chelsea Loney goalkeeper to do, but not particularly getting sweaty at this point. So, as I said, midway through this first half is still Chertsey Town 0, Hampton and Richmond 1. And we're just attempting to make the picture a bit better and more reliable for everyone. So we'll just take a quick break from the picture and back we are. Oh, no, maybe not quite. In the meantime, go ahead and grab your tickets for those pre-season friendlies at the Bev, and of course that season opener against Hornchurch. You can find tickets to all those games at www.hamrichfc.com. Chris Campbell sends it long. It will fall to Alex Wall. His first touch, a decent one, but the Chertsey midfielder gets back to pinch the ball away from the striker. And some good pressure forces an error in the final third. Here's Wall. Turns away well from one but into another. He then puts the pressure on. Here's James Roberts again. 2-0 Hampton and Richmond. Fantastic pressure from the front, led by Alex Wall. It all started with him and finished off for the second time this afternoon by the number 9, James Roberts. A fine strike on the right of the 18-yard box into the bottom left to double the Reds' advantage. And it is Chertsey Town 0, Hampton and Richmond 2. Well, you have to say that goal is pretty much started and created by the big man up top, Alex Wall. Never gave up on it at any point. Had it pinched away from him a couple of times just because of the amount of bodies in the middle of the park. but forced an error from the defence and then spotted his teammate as well. James Roberts getting himself into a great bit of space and duly converting. So we've got some very, very bad news for everybody. Unfortunately, due to a technical error, the VO has ended up showing the first goal. So it is indeed not 2-0 to Hampton and Richmond, yet that was actually a replay of the first goal. So there we have it. It's 1-0 to Hampton and Richmond, so you can ignore the graphic in the top left. Apologies on our behalf. And yeah, I don't know what else to say on that one. It's still Chertsey Town 0, Hampton and Richmond 1. Very, very sorry for that indeed, for any confusion caused. There are, just whilst we try and get this resolved, there are still updates on our Twitter account and on our Instagram accounts as well, both at HamRichFC, so you can keep an eye on those for any other bits of key action over at Alwyn's Lane. We're still going to try and get this sorted out so that we can carry on, but yeah, sound off in the chat with anything really to keep us going. Monday Sportive says good goal still. Well, yeah, it was a fantastic goal and some great pressing action from the Hampton Richmond attack, and in particular Alex Wall as well, who has looked dangerous throughout pre-season, and James Roberts as well will certainly like that goal. Adam Qureshi says, I was going to say Roberts on a brace already so early on. Well, it was only, I mean, technically we're nearly 30 minutes into the game, so it wouldn't have been too much. I don't think that's too unlikely. James Roberts a very excellent goal scorer, but we are back, and as you can probably tell by the change in the lighting, the sun has come out and we are now up to date, and still Chertsey Town 0, Hampton and Richmond 1. So very, very apologetic for the earlier confusion, but we are back in with the action just under half an hour through that first half. Monday Sports Steve says the team is looking great, looking forward to the new season. Well, it's just like that. It's only exactly 2 weeks away. In 2 weeks' time, we'll be halfway through that game with Hornchurch at Beverley Stadium, and the tickets are available for that on our website. So if you want to avoid accidentally watching the highlights of the first 5 minutes and assuming that we've just scored a second goal, make sure you're at the Bev. Hampton and Richmond again trying to press from the front. Ode Sorondo wins it back well. Alex Wall may be offside. The flag does not go up, and it was actually a great save down low to his right from the goalkeeper to deny Alex Wall what would have probably been a deserved goal. And Hampton and Richmond get up and going again from the back. Well, I think that whole confusion deserves a like on this video. I think we've pushed through it. We're on the other side, and hopefully clean sailing relatively from now on. So make sure you go ahead and press that like button. Let's try and get to 15 likes before half time. Hampton and Richmond attacking down the right-hand side into the box. Oh, it's off the post, is it? Oh, it's off the hoardings behind. And corner for Hampton and Richmond. So far, confident performance from Hampton and Richmond. Not to say that Chertsey haven't had a sniff, they most certainly have. But as we saw on Tuesday, you need to make these chances count. Corner comes into a great area, and that is 2-0. And that is... Well, I'm not going to go ahead and jump the gun again, because I don't think that was Alex Wall. But I can tell you it is now Chertsey Town 0, Hampton and Richmond 2. We may have missed the first goal when it did go in, but we haven't missed the second. And the Beavers do make their chances count, and they do double their advantage in this first half. Chertsey Town 0, Hampton and Richmond 2. Jerry Wiltshire with the header. Brilliantly worked set piece, you have to say. Taken it short, played it to a kinder angle for themselves. Delivered in very, very well. And Jerry Wiltshire getting himself into plenty of space, it must be said. I don't think the Chertsey bench will be too happy with that. One of the tallest players on the pitch, Jerry Wiltshire, being left in acres of room to pick his spot and guide it beyond the Chertsey goalkeeper. And I think that goal deserves a like. So press that like button, it really helps us out. You just get the sense Hampton and Richmond may be starting to smell blood a little bit here, wanting to get the game restarted nice and quickly. Lovely switch of play to Chris Campbell, who brings it forward over the halfway line. Good one, Joseph. You bottled that one. Here is Ode Sorondo driving forwards into the box. Oh, probably should have been 3. But it is another corner, and we know how dangerous Hampton and Richmond can be from corners. But Chertsey creating all sorts of problems for themselves at this point. And the Beavers looking to make it count as much as possible in the 10 or so minutes remaining of the first half. No short corner this time, it goes straight to the back post, just over the head of everyone. Ode Sorondo plays it out wide. James Roberts has dropped back to fill in at left back, but now he looks to make a darting run forwards, which is ignored for the time being. Thank you once again to everybody who is tuning in to this pre-season watch-along. It goes down and penalty has been given. And we've lost signal at the crucial moment. But we can tell you it is a penalty for Hampton and Richmond. So we will try and find out what happens if we can't get the signal back in time, but hopefully we can get the signal back in time. It looks like we've done just that, but more urgently, medical attention is required for the player who's gone down in the box, and that may also just signal a quick water break for some of these players as well. Well, we don't need any of that sort of language, so you can have yourself a little time out and think about what you've said, Joseph. So it is a penalty and a chance to make it 3-0 in the first half, but more worryingly, Hampton and Richmond with a player still down on the ground here and not looking too comfortable at all. Alex Wall, the designated penalty taker so far in pre-season, does have hold of the ball again for this one. And the Hampton and Richmond player now back up to his feet. And fingers crossed it's not too serious at all and just something that can be walked or run off. So press the like button. Can we get to 15 likes before the penalty gets taken? We just need 4 more likes. 35 people watching. Just press the like button. And if we don't score this, you've only got yourself to blame if you haven't pressed the like button. So, ball placed on the spot. An opportunity for Alex Wall to make it 3-0 to Hampton and Richmond. Up he steps, and it's... Ooh! He is in the back of the net. The goalkeeper went the right way. You thought it was a great save from the Chertsey Town keeper, but too much power on it from Alex Wall, and it sneaks its way through, deflecting up into the top left corner. And that is a crucial third goal in this contest. Chertsey Town 0, Hampton and Richmond 3. And almost perfectly, a perfect first half with about 7 or 8 minutes left to go. A controlling lead now. So it looks like it was Archie Taylor who came off, but he's now rejoined the action, so great to see. Oh no, sorry, that would have been that will be a substitution. So we'll just double check who that is who's come off the field of play. Alex Wall getting into all sorts of tussles there. The referee not too interested in stopping it though. Yeah, and it was, I suspected it was over at right back. It's Billy French who forced to come off there. As he was walking around the side of the pitch, just thought he was holding his arm. Might have landed on it uncomfortably, but we'll wait for a further update on what that was. But Archie Taylor, by the looks of it, has come on to the field in his place. Chris Campbell wins his header unchallenged. It's going to come back towards him though. Sorondo just undercooks his pass, and the footage just delaying there slightly, but again, got about 5 or 6 minutes left in this first half, and Alan Julian will be keen to keep a clean sheet, maybe slow things down slightly and not encourage Chertsey Town to believe that they can get anything out of this game as far as friendlies go anyway. Ball clipped forward into another great position. Alex Wall in the box, gets his strike away. It's actually more like a sideways pass. The camera's just cut off there. What's going to happen? It's all very tense. We can't see anything. Hopefully we haven't missed another goal, and it looks like we haven't. It looks like there is actually an offside against Hampton and Richmond there. And on that particular occasion, thank God. Christian Campbell just picking it up before the halfway line. Slight delay in the footage again. Nearly at half time, so we can have another look at our connection and see if we can do anything to improve it. It keeps on just delaying as it is doing. Again, on and off there. They might just have to crawl to half time. But unlike our VO connection, the team is performing exceptionally well on the pitch. Hampton and Richmond leading by 3 goals as it stands in the first 45 minutes over at Alwyn's Lane. Chertsey so far not able to produce any real answers. A couple of chances in the first 15-20 minutes straight at goalkeeper Ted Curd. Not too much for him to do since then, it must be said, as the Beavers have started to turn the screw. Here's Dom Revan charging forwards. Shahid Khan says, is this close to the starting lineup for the first game of the season? Well, I'm sure we'll be able to ask Alan Julian at some point between now and the start of the season. I have a funny feeling he won't be too forthcoming about his starting 11. But the good news is we've only got 2 weeks to find out what that will be. Here's Alfie Williams to James Roberts, who's now occupied a central position. Back to Dom Revan. Now Alfie Williams slotting in at left back. Chertsey, you get the feeling, content to just try and manage things now until half-time as well, to stop the scoreline getting worse. Hampton and Richmond not in too much of a rush either. To get forward. Here's Josh Keir. Back to Revan. And there was Jerry Wiltshire just bringing the ball forwards as well. Let us know your thoughts on that first half, or as much of it as we have been able to bring you. As a forward ball just brings proceedings to a halt there after a good spell of possession. The Beavers looking very, very comfortable, just passing it around between themselves at the back. Again, maybe Chertsey still recovering from that defeat against Chatham in midweek, and maybe that victory over Slough Town just took a fair bit out of them. They've not looked too much in this first half. Maybe some substitutions at the break can change their fortunes. Ted Curd under a little bit of pressure there, but a cool customer as always with the ball at his feet. And we should be just seconds away from half-time, really. In which case we will go to a short break for those 15 minutes and then be back for the second 45 at Alwyn's Lane. And then, of course, attention turns straight away to those 3 home games in a row. 2 pre-season friendlies, one against Barnet this Tuesday, the next against Bishop Stortford on Saturday, and then the 10th of August, the season opener at Beverley Stadium, 3 o'clock kickoff, Hampton and Richmond hosting Hornchurch. And of course, as you can see now, that is half-time here as well. So pre-season going well. Alan Julian, I'm sure, will be very happy with plenty that he's seen in that first half period. 5 minutes in, the Beavers got off to the perfect start when Alex Wall and the Hampton Richmond attack put Chertsey Town defenders under a lot of pressure, winning the ball back high up. Alex Wall then setting up the number 9, James Roberts, who delivered a brilliant strike into the bottom right corner, or the bottom left corner. And then, of course, 2 further goals. Alex Wall getting on the score sheet with that penalty, and Jerry Wiltshire, sandwiched between those 2, getting on the end of a great set-piece routine to header home. It is half-time. We'll take a short break and we'll be back. It is Chertsey Town 0, Hampton and Richmond 3. We'll see you in about 10 minutes. Hello everybody and welcome back to the Hampton and Richmond YouTube channel for this afternoon's pre-season clash over at Owens Lane, where it is, I'm delighted to say, Chertsey Town 0, Hampton and Richmond 3 at the break. The second half will be getting underway any moment now. The players are emerging back onto the pitch and we'll do our very best to bring you any substitutions. Can already tell you, of course, that Billy French left the pitch about 30-35 minutes through the first half with an injury. Potentially looks like it may have been his arm or his shoulder as he went down in the build-up to the penalty that was given, which of course Alex Wall duly dispatched. But apart from that, overall a very, very positive opening 45 minutes for the action that we did manage to bring you. Please do let us know your thoughts on it. Who have you been most impressed by in this game, but in pre-season overall as well? As I said, kick-off for the second 45 will be in just a few moments' time. Hampton and Richmond are back out on the pitch. Now, before we go back to the match action, do just want to let you know, so you're not taken by surprise, we've moved the video camera from one side of the pitch, which you'll see in a moment was covered by trees and was potentially a part of why the footage kept on going in and out so much. We moved it to the other side of the ground to hopefully try and clear that up and give us a more stable connection. But that does mean that from your perspective, from my perspective, Chertsey will be kicking from left to right again. So you're not watching a replay as you were when we saw James Roberts' goal earlier on, which was quite embarrassing, but we got through it in the end. We have actually just switched the location of the video camera, and as I said, hopefully that means there will be a stronger connection and we'll get less ins and outs. But the picture itself is looking phenomenal, and the pitch over in Surrey is looking excellent as well. Hampton and Richmond players just getting themselves warmed back up, and again, once we find out what those changes are, we will bring you those as quickly as possible. As I said, let us know your thoughts on pre-season so far. And please do like this video as well. Let's try and get to 20 likes nice and quickly if possible. And make sure you share this video around as well to anybody who you feel could do with watching some live football this afternoon. I know there's not too much on, especially competitively, as most teams up and down the football pyramid are engaging in their pre-season. But we've got our game broadcasting live on YouTube with full match commentary as well. And then of course, just whilst we wait for the second half to get back underway, a further shout out to our 3 upcoming home games. First of all, the first of 2 pre-season games at Beverley Stadium. First of all, this Tuesday, 7:45pm kickoff. Gates open from 6pm. We host Barnet's FC, National League side Barnet. It's the return of Kabamba, amongst others, to Beverley Stadium. Should be a great occasion, so make sure you get your tickets for that one. You can find tickets for all games at www.hamrichfc.com as we now return to the action with the emerging home team. And as you can see, where the video was previously, trees everywhere, and that may have been what was causing a lot of the the connection issues. And as you can actually see in the top right corner, it looks like Thorpe Park. So Barnet on Tuesday, followed swiftly again by Bishop Stortford next Saturday. The 3pm kickoff, Beverley open from around 1:30. Tickets for that also at www.hamrichfc.com. And then the 2024-25 National League South season gets underway at Beverley Stadium for the first time in a good few seasons, and we host newly promoted Hornchurch. That is then followed up by 2 away trips to both Chelmsford City and Maidstone United. We then at the end of August host Salisbury back at Beverley. So in our first 2 National League South games at home, we host two newly promoted sides. So very exciting, and two very tough away games as well. But I think I just speak for all of us when we say at this point it's not about expectations, it's just about getting the live football back and getting back to Beverley for some National League South football, because that's what we're all here for, and that's what we love. But yeah, that second half should be getting underway any moment now, and still just waiting to see if there have been any substitutions as well. We're nearly at 20 likes, we just need one more, and then of course I'll up the ante and we'll aim for 25, 30, maybe even 40 again. 3 games in a row, could we hit 40 likes potentially? That would be fantastic. So again, just to stop any alarm, we've swapped the location of the video camera, so it is once again Chertsey shooting from left to right, Hampton and Richmond shooting from right to left. So we'll just wait for that picture to return. We're doing our absolute best, and I do apologise for the constant back and forth. But in case anyone missed the history lesson at the very beginning of the stream, I'll go back over it now. Oh no, I won't. We'll let the second half get underway and we'll see how we're doing. And we are back underway. Whereas Chertsey Town currently 0, Hampton and Richmond 3. I can already tell by the trademarked hair that Bunmi Babajide is on the pitch as well. The first of several substitutions, you would imagine. Chertsey looking to get on the front foot and certainly pick up 1 or 2 gears from what was ultimately a rather poor first half from the host, but Hampton and Richmond win it back and are coming forwards here. Babajide goes down, referee not interested in it. I think maybe Babajide's first touch let him down slightly. He may have picked up some contact, but again the referee not too interested. So, some of the substitutions made so far. Bunmi Babajide on for Jaden Brissett. In that first half, of course, Billy French off for Archie Taylor. Jake Gray has come on for Ode Sorondo. And our newest loan signing, Jack Taylor, has come onto the pitch for Dom Revan. Chertsey taking the free kick quickly. They'll hope to start positively here. And the ball straight down the throat once again of Ted Curd. Opts to go long. Keeper comes out of his 18-yard box and then just lets it bounce into his area to claim it. One back by Hampton and Richmond on the halfway line, and they can start to build possession again from the back. Here's Campbell drifting inside, plays it central, now out on the right hand side. Potential to cross it to the back post. There's a couple waiting. Back into a dangerous area. Babajide brings it down. Fighting for it, keeps hold of it. Now with Williams. Back to Campbell. Here's Kia. Forced away from goal to Gray. It was Gray who'd made a good run into space. Campbell's ball looking elsewhere, and possession just turns over. And again, Hampton and Richmond just showing some good composure on the ball at the back when put under pressure. Not rushing or panicking, and giving themselves a bit of time and space before trying to press at the front themselves. And you just see another example of that there. Ted Curd put under pressure, and the commentator's curse striking just on time as he gives the ball away. Chertsey with the shot, and that's deflected behind for a corner. Chertsey inside the box here. Unable to get a shot away though, and more good defending. Bodies being put on the line. But Chertsey certainly coming out in this second 45 with a bit more presence about them going forwards. And a couple of opportunities already in the first 7 minutes. And Christian Campbell given as much space as you like. Here's pass to Williams, just on slightly different wavelengths there, but maybe he was winning back anyway. Here is Gray, looks for that crossfield pass, comes off nicely, brought down at the second attempt, and a free kick there, midway inside Chertsey's half. In-swinging delivery into a great area, forcing another diving save from the goalkeeper, and another corner for Hampton and Richmond. That goes through everybody. Possession still with Hampton and Richmond, though. Nearly had to be clipped away from inside the 6-yard box. Chertsey had a man down, but it wasn't a head injury, so the referee well within his rights to play on. But now the man down can receive some treatment, but you would expect that to be another corner for the away side. 10 minutes into the second half, still Chertsey Town 0, Hampton and Richmond 3. So another in-swinger. Slightly too much on it, and actually Chertsey will be the ones to bring it away. Archie Taylor putting the man under pressure. Slightly too keen to win the ball back. So free kick on the halfway line taken quickly. Corner for the hosts. Well, a goal now certainly would lift the mood amongst the home fans and potentially amongst the players as well. Great delivery, clawed away somehow, and that is going to come back at Hampton and Richmond. But it's, in the end, well held by Ted Curd. But a good little passage and a good confidence booster for Chertsey Town. Well, Hampton and Richmond have a very quick breakaway on here. Saved initially. Babajide on the rebound, not able to get a shot away. Back into a dangerous area. Effort is skewed. Still pressing. Unable to win it back, and Chertsey escape there. Hampton and Richmond should not have been getting through so easily, but now they've got some defending of their own to do as Chertsey suddenly inside the box. And well, is that about to go out for a throw-in? It looks like it is actually a corner for Chertsey. To another dangerous area, and Is that a goal back for the hosts? It may well have been. It looks like it was. They have been threatening. No goal. Free kick by the looks of it. I do apologise. Hampton and Richmond maintain their clean sheet, but they're certainly getting a few warning shots in this second half. 15, or just under 15 minutes gone here, and Chertsey looking a better, more attacking side in the second half. Goalkeeper launches it very quickly. Causes some problems for the Hampton and Richmond defence. They're forced to give away a free kick about 10 yards inside their own half. Kept alive. Shot is headed away. Back inside the box just about. And Babajide forced to clear it long. Momentum now firmly with the hosts. Well, a couple of substitutions for Hampton and Richmond. Can definitely tell you that the gloves are swapping hands. Ted Curd making way. And you would, of course, assume that is Ollie Davis in goal. Josh Williams also on now for Alex Wall. Ollie Davis very quickly with his first few touches of the ball as he lines up a goal kick. Thank you very much to everybody who has tuned in so far for this pre-season friendly. This is likely to be the last stream of this nature for a while as we look ahead to two home pre-season games. Barnet on Tuesday, Bishop Stortford on Saturday, and then of course the season gets underway on August the 10th with the visit of Hornchurch. Hampton and Richmond just giving the ball away in their own third. That bit of composure they've shown for 55 minutes. Slipping slightly there. Babajide with the ball out on the right-hand side. He's got past two of them. Can he get across into the box? Goalkeeper once again forced down, but he's equal to the challenge. Babajide again causing problems, drifting out right. He's got bodies in front of him. He's going for it alone at this point. His shot is blocked. And Chertsey able to bring it out before eventually going long forwards. And the Chertsey striker goes down under the challenge, and the referee rather slowly decides to award a free kick to the home side. So a great shooting opportunity here. About 7 or 8 yards outside of the Hampton and Richmond box. Well, a goal from this range would certainly satisfy the home fans. A big 4-man wall lined up for the team in red. Here comes the strike. Ollie Davis is level to it. Diving down to his right, able to palm it away, and then his teammates deal with the crumbs left behind, and a goal kick ensues.
Substitution for Chertsey, coming off Jack Mazzoni, and coming on his place, Sam Omprion.
So substitution for the host, just delaying the restart there. And now Ollie Davis decides to send his team long. Jordan Williams just conceding the free kick in a 50-50 tussle. Just over 20 minutes left to play here at Alwyn's Lane. Chertsey Town 0, Hampton and Richmond 3, still the score from the first half, but Chertsey looking to change that, and another save for Ollie Davis. Casey Jones says, watching on holiday over in the Isle of Wight. Hope you're enjoying your holiday. Free kick down the line. Babajide just unable to bring it under control. And a real tussle there on the floor. Eventually the referee gives it in favour of Chertsey Town. But this has been a highly competitive game. Neither team taking it lightly. More opportunities for Chertsey to get a shot away. Unable to make anything of it. And they earn themselves another corner. I think it's just becoming a little bit desperate in the Hampton and Richmond box now. And that delivery just goes over everybody. And Hampton and Richmond actually have put themselves in a very good position here. If Jordan Williams can find the right ball, he's inside the box, he goes down, referee waves it away. The winger felt a bit of contact, was looking for the penalty, but the official's not interested. But it's very encouraging to see how lightning quick we are when we win the ball back in our own half. Suddenly it was 3v2 in the blink of an eye. And a quick water break it looks like for both sides, with about 18 minutes remaining here. A quick update on the game so far. As you can see in the top left, Chertsey Town 0, Hampton and Richmond 3. All 3 goals coming in that first 45-minute period. The first, about 5 minutes in, Alex Wall with some great pressure on the Chertsey backline, winning it back and setting up James Roberts, who duly dispatched. The second coming around 20 minutes later, Jerry Wiltshire capitalising on some poor defending from a set piece, it must be said, by Chertsey. He was left pretty much unmarked about 10 yards out and was able to direct his header beyond the Chertsey goalkeeper. And then to finish off a great first half, a corner earned by Billy French, who was then forced off from an injury sustained in that penalty claim finished off by Alex Wall, as I said, to make it 3-0. In the second half, Chertsey Town have come out and looked a lot brighter and a lot better from an attacking sense. So far, though, unable to make an impact. Hampton and Richmond currently on course to keep a clean sheet, which would pretty much cement a perfect pre-season game, an away journey to a local rival, I guess you could say, with such a short distance between the two sides. To get 3 goals and a clean sheet would be an excellent result and a brilliant one to take away from our final away pre-season game before the 24-25 season kicks off. And that, of course, changes this Tuesday when finally Beverley Stadium reopens and we host Barnet at the Bev. That's a 7:45 p.m. kick-off. The ground will be open from around 6 o'clock. You can get your tickets at www.hamrichfc.com, and that also applies to our pre-season friendly next Saturday against Bishop Stortford and our season opener on Saturday the 10th of August when we host newly promoted Hornchurch. Tickets at www.hamrichfc.com. So back underway with about 15 minutes remaining in this fixture. Babajide again down the right hand side. He goes down, judged to have been taken off the ball legally, but it is a throw-in for Hampton and Richmond. One back in a good position. A 1-2 should be 4. It is 4. A fantastic 1-2 with Budmi Babajide. And Hampton and Richmond, straight out from that water break, pick themselves up and re-establish total control of this game. Chertsey Town 0, Hampton and Richmond 4. And a couple more substitutions there as well. But it was Archie Taylor, who has had a very positive pre-season, impressive from the full-back position. And another assist for Budmi Babajide, who's looking like a very bright spark indeed. So Archie Taylor, 4 goals for Hampton and Richmond and 4 separate goal scorers this afternoon. Make sure to like this video if you haven't done so already. I think such a positive display certainly warrants one. Chertsey still attempting to come forward again, though. Goes down inside the box. Referee doesn't even give it a second look. But not too many appeals, actually, from the Chertsey players. So play continues. Given away to the hosts again, though. And forward they come, over on the left-hand side. It was an excellent opportunity to launch another counter-attack, but the ball was given away poorly. Luckily it doesn't come to anything. Play just skipping forward slightly. The VO a few seconds behind maybe, but 12 minutes left to play. That's what I've got on my watch as well, so we're just about lined up. And again, you never want to get too excited or too carried away with pre-season results, but I think a lot of people did look at this game and think this could be a real tough test. Alan Julian's players have clearly heeded those warnings and taken this game very seriously. And you'd hope that they do take plenty of confidence from this performance, because it has been overall very positive. Let us know your thoughts about this game and about pre-season and about anything Hampton Richmond related. The live chat is open. Let us know your thoughts. Do we have any player of the match nominees? Great bit of movement for Chertsey. They're inside the box. Player goes down. And the shot, a disappointing end to the movement eventually. Thank you once again to everybody tuning in throughout the afternoon. If you haven't done so already, please do like this video and subscribe to the channel so that you'll be notified whenever we go live or post a video. And if you want more ways to stay in touch with the Beavers, simply go to the description of this video and you can find links to all of our social media accounts and our website, www.hamrichfc.com, which is coincidentally where you can find tickets for our upcoming pre-season home games. And that crucial season opener against Hornchurch on Saturday the 10th of August. Here's Babajide inside the Chertsey box. Goes for the shot and it's an easy save in the end for the goalkeeper. And into the final 8 or so minutes here. Ball drops kindly inside the box. Well defended though. Swarmed by red shirts. And now another chance for a counter-attack. Babajide stays onside. He's 1v1 at the moment. Opens up. And his shot. I thought it had taken a deflection, but no. Off target. And a goal kick it shall be. So in the 85th minute here, Chertsey Town 0, Hampton and Richmond 4. Currently on course to be a very positive afternoon with 2 weeks to go until the season commences. And it might get better here. Keeper comes out well, still in a dangerous position though. Could be Archie Taylor again here. Crossed into the box. Doesn't quite fall kindly enough for Babajide. But another occasion where Chertsey caused themselves all sorts of problems. Cross to the back post. Too much on it. It is kept in Hampton and Richmond possession though. And now the hosts do finally come away with it. And another stoppage in play with a Hampton and Richmond player down. 5 minutes left in this game. And now we just really want to get through it without picking up any more injuries. Billy French, of course, going off in that first half was what looked like a shoulder injury in the build-up to the penalty for the third goal. Fingers crossed that he is all right and able to continue in pre-season. But again, with this game pretty much done and dusted now, already attention turns to those home games on the horizon. Have you secured your tickets yet? Are you bringing any friends? Anybody coming for the first time to Beverley Stadium? Let us know. As we're back underway. And a loose pass, one back well. Chertsey do have all of their defenders, but it's a great turn by Babajide, and then the touch at the crucial moment just lets him down slightly, and the follow-up shot blocked away. Corner for Hampton and Richmond. In swinger, goalkeeper gets something on it. Another corner ensues. Back post, header cleared just in front of the goal line. I've had plenty of joy from set pieces in this game and throughout pre-season. Long may that continue. Jake Gray wins it back in the middle third. Here's Babajide again. Another corner. A late blitz for the Beavers with around 90 seconds of normal time remaining. In swinger, middle of the goal, headed away. And it's actually just a throw-in for Hampton and Richmond. Can we carve out one final opportunity? Babajide gets his shot away, and he gets a deserved goal after a very positive cameo, and perfectly we get to see the goal before the signal cuts out. But you couldn't have really asked for a better afternoon over at Alwyn's Lane for Alan Julian and his squad. A strong finish, and Babajide wraps up a successful afternoon in pre-season here. It's Chertsey Town 0, Hampton and Richmond 5. And there goes the full-time whistle. Well, it's a third clean sheet of pre-season, and it's a third win of pre-season for the Beavers. A fantastic first half display, followed up by, well, a pretty good second half one as well. But it was James Roberts who got the scoring underway about 5 minutes in after some great work at the front from Alex Wall. Moments later, Jerry Wiltshire rising highest from a set-piece routine, a corner delivered into the box. He was left unmarked central of goal, and he steered his header past the Chertsey goalkeeper. And then before half-time, a penalty awarded for Hampton and Richmond after Billy French was taken down just inside the box. That was duly dispatched by Alex Wall, who had a very positive impact in those first 45 minutes. In the second half, it looked like Chertsey may have been on the rise and the better of the two teams, but it wasn't to be. Unable to make any of their half chances really count. Ollie Davis and Ted Curd both get a clean sheet to their name for that one. And then as the second half wore on, the Beavers grew back into it. Archie Taylor combining with substitute Bunmi Babajide to get his first goal of pre-season, and then pretty much the last kick of the game, Babajide scoring a well-deserved goal as well. It finishes at Alwyn's Lane, Chertsey Town 0, Hampton and Richmond 5, and we now very keenly look ahead to that friendly this coming Tuesday at Beverley itself. We're back open again, and we host National League side Barnet. Tickets are available on our website. You can find that in the video description below. I've been Louis Fell. Thank you very, very much for tuning in this afternoon, and we do look forward to seeing you at Beverley over the coming weeks. Thank you very much.